What's up, y'all? This is Three Moms Breaking Down, and we are recapping episodes 14 and 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16. I am here with LaCrystal and
Hello.
Stephanie. I am Valencia. Thank you for watching. How you ladies doing today?
I'm doing good. Ready to dive into these episodes.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
I'm good as well. Have my baby back with me, so he might make an appearance.
Oh.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
good.
I'm doing good. It's raining out here. For some reason, it's been raining every single day, but normally I like midnight, but now it's raining a little earlier.
Mm.
It's Juneteenth. I was trying to get out, go to
Yeah,
the beach or something, and then,
yeah, it is
Oh
Juneteenth.
yeah.
Y'all
yeah.
should go to the beach. Well, it's raining now,
Right.
so
Right. I was like, the day I decide to try to get on out there, this is why. This is why I stay home. It's something always
Right.
happens.
no.
Hey, this is a good day for this episode. Juneteenth. They had the jab jab.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Yes. The renew.
The renew.
Yes, this is the renew.
Yes.
It seems like they needed it too because they had recapped where Britt was throwing up. They had to stop and pull over. She was throwing up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this
Yeah,
girl
She's
is
such a lightweight. If you know you're a
lightweight.
lightweight, don't do it.
Don't
I
drink.
had to learn that. Well, I wasn't a lightweight, but I had to learn. Just don't do it. Don't
Yes.
do it. But
yeah.
I do want to give Portia a shout out from last episode because when they tried to bring up her and Shamia's friendship, she was like, "We talked." She shut it down fast. Like, we already talked about it. We're not going there. We're good. That's it. I said, okay, I see you showing up. That's all Shamia wanted was for her to
Right.
defend their friendship.
Mhm.
Right.
I was proud of her doing that.
Yeah,
And it seemed to kind of continue into
Yeah.
yeah,
these episodes, I think.
yeah. They definitely highlighted their friendship and
Hmm.
coming together, which
That
is
was good,
good.
which they should have
Hmm.
done from the beginning. I feel like from episode one, they should have
Hmm.
done that, but I guess they didn't get the chance to.
Yeah,
Because
Nope.
at her
that's true.
party, if I was Portia, I would have been there first, helping my friend get ready. Like, we gonna be on camera having fun together, not me showing up stealing your spotlight.
Right.
True.
So
Uh,
I'm
yeah.
glad she's doing it now.
Hmm.
Which I'm not surprised because she was called out for it. Everybody was saying something about it, and they talked.
Right.
So I think she just realized, let me be better, let me do better.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
At least she
Hmm.
cared enough to do better because she could have been like, I don't care, and I'm still gonna be me.
Mhm.
Yeah, she probably would have lost her friendship if she was
Right.
acting like that.
Yeah. Because they all got together and they went off into groups. Some of them went to the waterfall, the other one went to the cookout or a cooking lesson, and on in the car, her and Portia, Shamia and Portia was having a good old time. I was like,
Hmm.
okay.
Singing
Hmm.
together and telling each
Hmm.
other they love each
Right.
other. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
It was
they look like
nice.
real
Yeah.
besties.
Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They did. So it's good. It was good to see. It was good to
So maybe
see.
that is kind of a glimpse on what their friendship is off camera.
Right. Yeah.
I
Hopefully.
hope. Yeah. Because everybody's like, why are y'all friends? Like,
Hmm.
so at least we got to see a little bit like, okay, maybe this is why you're friends. Like, y'all
Right.
Hmm.
actually do like each other.
Hmm. Do y'all think Britt was like peer pressured into drinking, especially like by Shamia? Because Shamia act like she had an attitude
I don't think
when Britt
so.
was like, "I'm not taking no more shot."
But you're grown. Can we still fall into peer pressure? She's
Yeah.
almost 40. If you don't want to do a shot, don't do it.
Yeah, but you can still be pressured into doing something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That don't mean you have to do it, but you can still
Right,
be
right. That's what
pressured.
I mean. Like, you don't have to do it.
Yeah. But Yeah, she was acting wild. She was acting wild, and she's definitely a lightweight.
Yeah. I think I just don't understand why they were talking about it. Like they had a problem with her saying what she was saying about taking shots. Like when she was saying she was done drinking. Like it seems to me like they had an issue with her having to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
just feel like
see.
they were having issues. I think she was using that. I feel like Shamia's kind of passive aggressive. I think she
Mhm.
probably had something else, but she was just using that
Mhm.
because we know
Yeah.
she won't say how she feels. So I think she was just
Hmm.
using that as an
It's
excuse.
true. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
being very passive aggressive
Yeah,
with her.
she
I'm like, is it
was.
that deep? I mean, if she don't
Right,
want to drink, she don't want to drink. It ain't your
right.
body. And
Mhm.
you
So,
see how she acts when she drinks. So I'll be like,
right.
okay, yeah, you one shot limit.
So I know it opened right with Britt and her husband were on the phone. Is that how this episode opened up?
It was a recap of the previous night of Brit and them going
Oh,
out and her taking her corset off.
okay, okay. And then
Mhm.
Mhm.
Phaedra on Watch What Happens Live because she was on there that night, and she was saying how like her and Britt room together, and she
Mhm.
Mhm.
was saying like her and her husband like they're attached at the hip. She was like, I guess she was on
Mhm.
the phone with him like nonstop in the room, and she
Really?
was like, yeah. So I was like, you can't even go on a vacation. I'm hoping it's not like a controlling thing where I gotta tell you every move I make, and it's just maybe they just that into each other that they want to talk all the time.
Yeah, he don't seem controlling, but
You never
you
know.
never know. Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
her
know.
sister
Maybe it's
said.
that he's controlling.
Well,
Well,
she was saying whenever I talk to you, I gotta talk to him too, because he's right there. Like, what if
Mhm.
I have something private I want to talk to you about?
all right. I
So
Yeah.
don't know. It seems like the opposite. Their relationship is the opposite of Angela and Charles because she couldn't even get
yes,
him on the phone, and it was their anniversary. I was like,
right.
dang,
Yeah, I can relate to that.
you can relate to that.
Yeah, yeah, please. I can call him 1,000 times back to back. He may get an answer, you may not. So
Really? How does that
yeah,
make you
I'm
feel?
used to it now. I'm like Angela, like, oh, whatever. Like
Right.
I already know. So I'm not expecting much. I'm like, oh, you answered? Oh,
Oh,
I can relate to that. But speaking
yeah.
of her and Angela, I feel like these producers are trying it. They trying it with her and Charles.
They are.
They playing with their marriage. Like they need to stop.
And in terms of what? Because they don't control him answering and not answering.
I know, but the way they edit it, I feel like it's kind of like, come on now. Y'all know he loves his wife. Stop. That's just their relationship, I feel.
Like when he finally did answer and they was FaceTiming
Yeah.
and what did she ask? What did she say?
Do you miss me?
Yeah. And he was
Right.
just like, okay, I miss
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
They need to
I don't know.
stop.
I would feel a certain way too, because it's your anniversary,
That's
your
true.
way. Like you just wanted, she was just
But
like, give me something.
he could have been feeling away too. Like, well, if you miss me that much, you could have stayed home, you know? Maybe it was a little being petty, like, well, you ain't here,
Yeah.
so
I
obviously
mean,
you ain't want to be with me today.
she said
Yeah,
it's the
that's
first anniversary and no nookie tonight,
Right.
so I think he's kind of being
Yeah.
sad about that. So it could be.
Or maybe too, because he did have the kids right there, so maybe he ain't want to be all,
you can say you miss her. I
That's
love you.
true.
Have a great day. I
I
wish she
think
was
maybe
here.
he was being a little petty, like, well, if you miss me, you could have been home and you wouldn't have missed me.
That is so immature.
My man would have said something like
Maybe.
that. Well, you could have been home and you would have missed me. I can hear
See, that's how they are.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, the way the
Then
producers though, when she
Yeah,
was
they
calling,
really be
I don't,
trying it.
I don't think she called that many times. I think it was like one call, and they made it seem like she called too
it
many
was just
times.
ringing and ringing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's like I don't know about
They
that.
probably stretched that out. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
trying it. Don't do that.
Mhm. Then everybody came for breakfast together. And
Hmm.
something that was so funny to me, Phaedra called Britt a cross between a garden gnome and Tinkerbell.
Oh yeah, Kelly.
Yeah, yeah, called Kelly that. I was like, that is hilarious. Where do you be coming up with these things?
She feels like a flower.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Um,
did. She got big boobs and a little body.
she does
She
have
don't care
huge
what
boobs.
comes out of her mouth, though. She
No,
don't
Rachel
care
don't
what she says.
care.
Phaedra.
Yes.
That's true.
I don't know.
And in her
Phaedra.
confessionals, like her boobs are just, just
Right.
there. I'm like, golly.
Yeah. She got a personality. I like it though. I like it. Oh, she was my
I
grandma.
do.
She is your grandma.
My fun
Grandma.
grandma.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
real
like
fun.
it, but then I'm like, is that all you have to offer? All she's done since she got back is talk about the girls.
That's it.
Negative. It's nothing nice.
Well, she did give who did she give? She gave
Oh,
Britt
Britt.
some advice, yeah,
Yeah,
when they
she
were on the
did.
car. I was
That's
like, that's good
true.
advice. Like you
But
have to show yourself friendly when you're amongst this group of women.
yeah. But maybe too is because she came in so late. We haven't gotten a chance to see any of her life. All we see is her really on the trip and like talking junk. I just feel like the way she exited before and well was fired before, don't come back being that negative, just talking bad about people behind their back. And how
Being
about
that
be a
same
little more
person.
humble? Be a little more
Yeah.
humble. Be nicer. Take your own advice. Be
Hmm.
friendly. Be nice
I feel like she is friendly to everybody in their face,
in
but
their face,
yeah. I mean, but
behind
they
their back.
all talk about each other behind their back.
Yeah, but she just attacks they look. She attacks everything. They life. Like she will just chop you down and not care.
I don't think she does it like in a harmful way. She's just that's how she
Hmm.
thinks. I think she's saying what everybody else thinks.
It can be harmful though when you take it too far, which she's
That's
done
true.
a couple
Well,
times.
yeah,
So,
as long as she don't be saying
right.
outlandish lies.
Yeah. Let's hope. We got more episodes to go.
We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll
So
see.
they split up. One goes to a
Hmm.
waterfall, one goes to cooking class.
Yeah, in the car they had brought up, Portia being able to deal with Drew now, and Portia's like, I can get past this.
Yeah. And they did show them the night before,
Mhm.
like laughing and talking, having
She
fun
had touched
together.
her and everything. Like,
Hmm.
I was like, oh snap, they are
Right.
friends again.
Yeah.
So she can move
Well,
on.
I think for the show, because Drew has said they haven't talked at all since filming wrapped. Like
Mm,
Mm,
in real life, they haven't communicated at all. So, did at
well,
least on camera they can get along.
yeah,
yeah, I guess that's what counts.
Well,
yeah. I was happy to see that though. Like, at least you can
it's
move on.
too.
I was tired
Yeah.
of them dragging it. Just
And
get over
hopefully in real life they can move on. I think like y'all have mutual friends.
it.
Just
Hmm.
let
Yeah.
it go.
Yeah. She still feels though that Drew should still apologize for saying Shamir is a lapdog. But
And she
I,
should. I feel like just
you think so?
apologize and make it go away.
Oh, to make him feel better. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just
guess.
apologize.
Yeah.
I thought she did the last
No,
episode.
Nah. She said, I stand on that. You a lapdog.
right. No, she, but,
Mm,
or it's a way maybe she can be like, you know what? With all your actions, I felt you were a lap dog, but I apologize. Maybe that wasn't the right word to use. Like maybe she
Right.
can say something like that where you don't take it away because that is how you feel, but maybe you could have said it differently.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
but they talked about Brit's donation again while they was in the car ride.
Oh, they were at Brit, like all of them too. Like
Mm,
they just was talking.
Yeah, they were. But at least at the waterfall and the cooking, they seem to be having fun.
Yeah.
yeah,
Where would y'all
yeah,
have
that was
rather
a
win? I
good.
feel like the waterfall, that's where I'd rather be.
I wanted to go to the
Mm-mm.
meal
Mm-mm.
lesson because that food was looking good, and I was like, "Dang, I want
It
Yeah,
some."
was.
I'd probably do the cooking
But I
one.
was like,
And
well, where is the kitchen? He was like, yeah, we're gonna go to the kitchen and cook.
it's
Uh,
outside.
no, Not with this big mansion you showing me, and we out here with the flies. Oh no,
Hopefully they had some candles or something set up so the flies wouldn't be there. But I felt like it was nice for them to be on that property too, which was black owned distillery,
Right.
black owned rum. I was like, that's really
That
nice.
was nice to see.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I would have went to the waterfall all day.
Yeah,
That's
they
That
were
was
my
turned
nice
vibe.
up.
I
too.
love to cook, but the waterfall was fun.
And they had looked like a photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. But Shamia said she was like she was mad because her luggage wasn't there yet and she
Yeah.
didn't have her one piece, so she had to wear a two piece. And she
Yeah,
said
she was
her
like, I'm
body
not
wasn't two piece ready. I'm like, where?
right,
She looks
girl.
so
I can
good.
show you not two piece ready. Let me show you this gut in the two
No.
piece. You'll be like, oh, let me shut up.
I
She
think
looks
they're
good.
so
Yeah, she
yeah.
did.
She's being hard on herself.
Yeah. And she always talk about her back fat. Like, I want to get this sucked out. It's nothing
Oh
there.
my gosh. And you
That's
have
what I
you had
said.
kids.
I wonder, she must be like insecure. I think.
Mm,
Because even the way
yeah.
like she talks about women, like that Shamina, when that Shamina comes out, I feel
Mm,
like it's just a little insecurity with her that she
Hmm.
does that. Because
yeah,
sometimes how she be like,
probably.
oh, I don't even know I have beef with him. Because you talk so much junk, because it's just like, I think it's just like an insecurity.
Yeah, she's projecting what she feels.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think she
Yeah.
needs to stop doing it. Hopefully, when she sees this season back and sees herself, she can be like, oh, dang, let me stop doing that because it's
Hmm.
not cute.
I wonder if they all watch each episode. Because, some
I'm sure
people,
they
some
do.
actresses and actors, they be like, no, just like us, we don't like seeing our this
Right.
podcast. Some people are like that. Like they don't want to see
Right.
Yeah.
each other themselves on camera.
But I think for the reunion, they watch it so they can be ready because they
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to address what happened. So I think
Hmm.
they make
Yeah.
them watch it.
They do. I think so too.
hmm
See all the shade you
Yeah.
didn't catch.
Right.
Right. Because them confessionals, they don't know what they said in those.
It gets on my
Hmm.
nerves, and they're like, "Oh, we're cool," and then the confessionals, they still be talking and throwing a little bit of shade. I'm like,
I
"Why do y'all do that?"
know. And then people get mad all over again because I'm like, we squashed it. Then you was talking because that's months later when they film those.
Hmm.
Oh,
But
yeah, that
and
is.
then they tell you, well, go back to the mind state of you were back then. Like what? But
But
yeah,
you already done moved on. So
right.
now
So
Right.
that's just
then
bringing it
you
back
see
up.
that, yep, and you're mad all over again. Then the
Hmm.
reunion, you getting mad all over again. It's like
Hmm.
a cycle.
Yeah, it is. It is.
True.
It is. And I remember Phaedra, she had said talked about Charles, and she was like, "Charles, yeah, he's the life of the party. He's a good guy.
hmm
He's funny." I was like, "Oh, that's nice." But then she was like, "I ain't talked to him in like over 10 years." I was like,
Right.
"Dang."
Well, to me, that's a good thing because they've been together 10 years. So
Right.
that
And
means,
That
yeah,
is
my
good.
man. Right. I saw that as okay.
Wow.
yeah,
I
and that's
think
why
I
you
think
don't
Charles
know.
cheating now.
You think he
Oh,
still is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think. Well, what
maybe.
make you think he's still cheating?
I don't know. Just his demeanor, how he
Mm.
is with her. He could not be. That's just what I think.
That's what
I
you
don't
think.
know. We'll
I don't
see.
know. I hope
It'll,
not.
it'll come out.
I don't think so. But like,
I
yeah,
know
if it
you like.
is, it'll come out.
Yeah, it'll
I
come
do.
out.
I like them. So I hope not. I don't think so, but yeah, you don't know these people. He could be.
I
But
know.
I would hope he had got it out of his system.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting up there, but
Yeah.
people, men, old, even older men, they still got it. He like, dang.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd be like, grow up.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
90,
mean,
sit down.
ain't no more growing up. You 90 still doing it.
Right.
You just can't be helped.
um, Kelly was like, "Oh, this man is fine," and the man was like, "We
Hmm.
single."
Yeah.
I was like, "Uh
Right.
Yeah,
oh."
they was.
Angela, she like, I'm married. I ain't blind.
I'm right.
Yeah, they was checking out the chefs.
Oh
Where
yeah.
the men there are pretty fine.
And
They
they
did.
were all
Some
for
of
it, the
them.
chefs.
Oh
They
yeah. And
made
then
sure they know.
yes. But hey. And the food did look good. They said it was
Hmm.
good.
Britt talking about
But
some. I
Britt
don't
couldn't
eat
eat. Yeah.
beef or
You couldn't
chicken.
say that before. I wonder did they
Or
have anything she could eat? Like I'm sure they had other food.
A salad, probably.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Did she say? I mean, I think that if she would have said something before, that they
Before they
would
could
have
have made
cooked.
her, right.
Yeah, because there was vegetables and stuff within it, but
Mm-hmm.
she was like, I still can't eat it because the juices are on it. So
That's
they could
just
have.
give her more attention. She got, do y'all think she knows how to have girlfriends? I
No.
just don't think she knows how to have girlfriends.
I think she just
Yeah.
likes attention. She just
Yeah.
really likes the spotlight.
But she's so aggressive and
Defensive.
yes. Honestly, I don't think Housewives was I think she should have been on Love and Hip Hop. That would have been the show for her.
All
Like,
the drama.
yeah, you were a video vixen. That fits in perfectly. You just
Mm,
she needed to be on Love. And this ain't the show for her.
it's
I
too
mean,
much. It's too aggressive. You
Too
think?
much. They like to, well, they claim they like to be a little more classy on this show. I
I
think
think
she
they
would
like
have.
to act like they're
Right, they
classy.
like to act classy. I think she would have fit in better though with the ratchet. Oh, Love and Hip Hop. We love Love and Hip Hop. I think she would
yeah.
have fit in perfectly.
Oh
So
gosh.
Yeah.
maybe she can go there next.
Yeah, because I know
Mhm.
Portia was saying that she Britt be talking about, no one supports her, and they were saying that she needs to do more. She needs to invite people
Right.
over and be a part of what they got going on. And that's why, she feels unsupported 'cause she's not doing anything. Even
Yeah.
at the table, when they were talking, trying to get past, what was it? She was talking to Shamia. Yeah, because she was like telling Shamia she was being passive aggressive, and Shamia
Mm-hmm.
didn't
Which she
understand.
was.
Yeah, she was. She was. And then her and Portia started arguing, and she's like, "You won't let me talk." I was like, "What is this
Right.
argument about? Why are you sitting here arguing? Like, let it
I
go."
do feel
But
like she probably excludes. I don't think outside of when they film together, she reaches out or tries to like. I don't think she tries to build friendships.
right.
Yeah,
So you
I think
can't
they
be like,
all
I'm
said
not
she wasn't.
supported,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
right? When you don't try, I can see if you're reaching out and we just ignore you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they did say they all have like a group text message, and
Mm-hmm.
Portia, was just like, "Hey, let me know who everybody is, so I have
Right.
everybody's number."
Which
And
everyone
Brett,
did,
except for her,
but her.
and then when she texts something, and Portia was like, well, "Who is this? How you gonna get offended if you've never said who it was?"
Thank you. She said
Yeah, she's
everybody
just
else just
weird,
said, "Hey, this is Angela. Hey, this is Kelly." Just say
right?
it. Like she's supposed to know you. I don't know you. You're a stranger.
She's
Yeah,
weird.
she's very sensitive. Um,
So, and then but one thing I was on her side a little bit with this. I don't like Shamia trying to shade her donation because Britt did say she had talked to Shamia. They had a conversation like, "Well, what should I give? Like, what are y'all expecting?" And she just said, "Well, whatever you feel." So if that's what she did, then don't shade her for it
Right.
and sit
Yeah.
here
If
and give
you
her
feel like
whatever.
she should have given at least 1,000, boo, you
Then say
should have said
that.
that.
Right.
Hey,
mhm.
And just because Shamia, okay, you had a garage full, but that's because y'all had a lot of stuff to get. She might not have a bunch of clothes to donate.
right.
That
You
was
got
stuff it
kids'
ain't like she
clothes.
went out and bought stuff. That was stuff she
Right.
already had. So,
But, but 3 rolls of toilet tissue.
yeah, but everybody's,
Uh,
and she even said on the after show that basically she's not generous like that. She said that.
mm,
Like, she don't think that way. So she was like,
Hmm.
so you need to tell me what you expect. She said it and she admitted it. Like, I don't think that way. I'm not generous like that, basically.
Well, I
That's
guess it's
basically
good
what she said.
that she knows that about herself.
But if y'all sat down and then Shamia did admit, okay, we went to Houston's and I told her, like, girl, that donation wasn't the best. You probably should have did more. Then why shade her and bring it up in front of the group like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all
Right.
already talked. Let it go.
Yeah, because she was like, as soon as she said, you pull up with Birkin bags and Rolls Royces, and then you give
Yeah, passive
donations.
aggressive.
Yeah, and then Britt was like, I feel like you're throwing shade, and called her out immediately. So I can respect her for
Right.
doing that. You knew she
I
was
do
shading you, and
too.
she was. She was
Right.
shading her. So I'm glad
But
she called her out.
I might not like her, but I was on her side with that. And I just don't like that period. Like, dog talking about people. Okay,
Hmm.
you do what you do. This is what I did. Like, I don't like that. I don't know. I just thought that was just nasty.
Yeah, and then
Nasty energy.
Kelly said what she said, and she kind of felt offended that
Yeah.
she said
This
something. Yeah.
that's why people shouldn't just throw that best friend word around. Y'all have known each other 3 months and oh, we besties. No, you're
Hmm.
not. Y'all just met. And
I think
now
Britt is the one that's egging that on. She's trying to call her the bestie.
and Kelly be doing it too though.
She does.
Because even when they were in Nashville and she was like, girl, oh, I hooked her up with my stylist. Like my bestie can't be out here without a stylist. So that's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. But I feel like Kelly could have had her back more because she always would chime in before whenever Britt was going through something.
Hmm.
Kelly was right there chiming in when she was talking to Angela about, well, what about that side baby? She said, what about that baby? Like, she was right there. So even
Yeah.
now, but even if you felt like, okay, I wasn't down with your donation, as her friend, she could have been like, okay, let's not talk about it. She gave what she gave. It may not have been the best. She knows that now. Let's move on. That's what a friend would do. So I wonder did something happen with them to make Kelly kind of be like, you out here on your own now, girl.
Hmm.
It seemed like something happened that they didn't film to make Shamia and Kelly kind of
Well, I don't know if it was this episode or the next one
The
where
next
Kelly,
one.
this
the
next
next
one.
one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll dig into that some more here in a bit. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, everyone just seemed at that time it felt like everyone was against Brit. Like she had to fight her own battle by herself and there was nobody on her side. And I think Brit felt that.
Right.
Because even when they was walking out and it was over, like she was still talking about it, but she didn't feel heard. But the prime minister showed up
Yeah.
and
Everybody
okay,
was on him.
what?
Do y'all think he
Girl,
looked
say
good? Do y'all
uh,
think I was like,
you really?
first of all, he looked like he was 4'9".
Well,
Yeah.
he
He
looked
looked like
very
he was like
young.
100 pounds. Like, no, boo.
Yeah, he said hey, he had a 16-year-old, and they're like, "You look 16." I
Right.
But
was
they were
like,
talking about how fine he is.
I don't think he was ugly.
Child.
I
"He
don't
wasn't
think he was ugly.
ugly.
I think they liked
Y'all
him
are
more for his,
crazy.
He
I
was
think
like
they
a
liked him
6."
for his power because he's a prime minister.
Like a 4.
You think he's a 4?
Yes. He looked like
But
a
you
little.
like Future?
Yes, but at least he looked like a little shrimp. Like he looked like he could have been my like little nephew or something.
So you don't like his stature. But what about
Or his
his face?
face. I
Okay.
didn't like either
Neither. I don't think he was ugly. I don't think he was ugly.
to
He
each
was
his own.
okay for a prime minister, I guess. I didn't expect him to look like that. I was like, okay,
I
you're
thought
young.
I expected him to be like older.
Get me
Yeah,
too.
but he
Look
could
like her.
be. He probably is like 50s.
Really? It just has that
50?
I
face?
think so. I think
Crazy.
so.
No. I would say maybe 40, early 40s, since he said he has a 17-year-old.
I think he's probably
But
like 50s.
golly, he looks
But I
super
do
young.
see what they say about the men. He did have a little swag. I could give him
Mhm.
that.
Like, I'll sit down for
It's
one
that
drink.
made up for the looks. Right. And then they talking about was he the one they were saying was bow leg or was that the other one?
No, that's the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, cut that. But they did shut up real quick when he came. It was like, we were arguing, but now, like,
right. Conversation over.
right. Guess that's good before it got too far. He
Yeah,
came and shut it down.
he sure did. And they had a little time with him, had a little mimosa with them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good to see somebody of that level coming and checking it out and saying hi. That was
Right.
nice. That was nice. And then he leaves and they're talking about some Britt says because they're talking about him still like, oh, he got 2 kids and he's single. I don't see a wedding ring. And then Britt's like, I know a lot of married men that don't wear their wedding rings. Here goes Angela. My husband don't wear his. And Portia, why did she be hollering this stuff out all the
Like, does she
time?
have Tourette's?
Right.
Maybe that's why I relate to Ange so much because I do the same thing. My husband gets on me all the time. He's like, you don't have to say that. Nobody asked you. I was like, oh, well, I've always been that way, though. I'll tell my business. I don't care. I guess
But
you don't
Angela,
care. You just like open about it.
but Angela does care. She said she talked about it to her therapist
Well,
about
yeah,
it.
but she says she's over it now because they went over in therapy. So
Yeah.
that's what she said with the cheating too. She's like, I can talk about it now because we went over
Worked
it.
through it.
Yeah.
So, I
But
don't
that
know.
could be the reason why everybody looks and thinks that your husband is cheating because of the things that
That's
you keep
true.
saying. So I think because she keeps saying things like this, it makes everybody feel like he's not a good guy, a good
Do you
husband.
think she's a little too honest? Maybe she should just
She is.
reel back.
She is. She is. But
What do y'all think about that? Would you be mad if Matt didn't wear his ring?
Yes.
yeah,
But
I
he
think
would never do that. So, yeah, he wouldn't he was proud,
What if
happy to get
like
his ring.
what if just taking it off, like if they go to the gym, I'm just gonna take it off for the gym. Or
you better
something.
work out with that ring on, dang it.
Right. Get one of them ones. They now have the
Rubber
little
one.
swap
Yeah.
it out. Yeah. But yeah. And I've had times where I've tried to tell him like, why don't you leave your ring at home or in the car? Like we going to the gym. He's like, no, I'm wearing my ring. He don't take it
That's
off for
good.
nothing.
That's good.
Did he take it
That
off
is
any
good.
sleeps?
No, he don't take it
No.
off for nothing.
Okay.
You leave yours on too at all times?
The band, yeah.
The band. Where's the other one? Are you
Put away.
married?
Right.
Put away.
Right. I put it away. But at least I wear my band. I don't just wear the engagement ring. Then I could see somebody being like, oh, y'all not married yet? If
Yeah.
all I wore was an
Just the
engagement
engagement
ring,
ring.
yeah, I wear the
But
band.
some people don't even get the band. They just have the engagement ring, and that's their wedding ring.
I never seen that before.
Really?
No.
I've seen it's just one ring.
But after you say I do, what they just put the engagement ring back on them at the no. You better get me a ring. This was not. This
Get a
ain't the
band.
ring that locks it in. That engagement ring was a promise. Now this
So
ring locks it
funny.
in.
I know that's right.
You can take that one back. This one I'm keeping.
That makes it official.
Now we locked in.
If opposed this one, return it, get the money back, and go upgrade. Go upgrade it.
I've noticed that's a common theme with these housewives. Like they husbands not wearing their rings. And I'm just like, what? Why?
Is it a common thing for them to cheat as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it on these
I
shows.
feel like
What is?
90% of them
What
is
is it?
cheating. That's so sad.
It really is. It really is. But I be praying to God, like punish him. If he ever step out, punish him. Make sure I know too.
Never know, right? You be like, man.
But I did like when they were out to dinner, they got a cake for Angela to celebrate the
Yes,
anniversary. I
that
said,
was
Yeah,
that's
very
nice.
sweet.
it
Yeah.
was.
That
Make her
was.
lift her spirits up a little
Yeah, and
bit.
that showed like the sisterhood, what it's supposed to be about,
Yeah.
like supporting each
Hmm.
other. I thought that
Yeah.
was nice. What do y'all think about Britt saying that taking shots is just for what she say? College
Ratchet.
girls and hood rats.
Yeah.
Only college girls and hood rats take shots.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Right.
Oh, I'll take me a shot right now. I ain't a
Oh,
college girl or a rat.
I mean, I feel like the way that she acts when she gets drunk off of anything is what college
she
girls do.
yeah. She
It don't
she
matter
needs to
if
stop
it's a shot
drinking.
or what. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I ain't
yeah.
about that life no more, but when I was, shots all day. Okay. Double shots. Send them my way.
Yeah. We
I was
was
about that
taking
life.
double gin and tonics. I was like, man, she can throw them back.
Hey, I warned you.
You did
Don't do
warn
it.
me.
Don't do
You
it. We were
did. I was
doing
like, of
gin and
course you can
tonics.
control yourself.
Double tequila shots. Just back.
Oh my gosh. And I'm a
Yeah.
lightweight. I'm a lightweight.
But you're not as bad as Brit.
You know, she
Yeah,
like two
no.
shots in and she
I
through.
Literally.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
she needs to just stop drinking.
yeah,
It's
she
stop.
does.
It's still being a victim. It's their fault. You're drinking. No, you made that choice. You're an
Hmm.
adult.
Right.
Yeah, they just like she self-sabotages herself.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So,
And
and
then they were
she,
talking about how she be sitting on ready. Like
hmm
she is. It's like she's always ready to attack. Like
She's
yeah.
defensive.
nobody's coming for you.
I honestly really feel like she don't got no girlfriends, and I think she don't have none because she always beefing with a girl, and they're
Right. But
always
she
coming
has
for her.
sisters.
Who she still and who don't get along right now
That's true.
either. Like I'm sure she played a part in that relationship, but when it comes to like people who are just supposed to be friends, I think they all end up attacking her, and she's just always on ready. She always on ready. So I think she's just not used to being friends with women.
And I
I'm sure it's probably
wonder,
her
yeah.
lifestyle too.
And maybe that's why she's so attached to her husband, because that's the only friend she got.
Yeah, I would think she will get more along. She gets along more with men, um, because they like her, of course. So that's who she
Yeah.
goes towards is that, and women are just catty and always trying to attack her and make her feel like she's probably a whore and everything. So
But it's really like just them calling her out on her BS,
Right.
which,
It's just her.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not them, it's
yeah,
her. But do
yeah.
y'all feel that way? Like, as far as like girlfriends or guy friends, like, where do y'all fall on that?
Like fitting in with one or the other more.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely girlfriend. I feel like.
Um,
Yeah.
I guess I'll say both. Well, I say girlfriends. I'll say girlfriends. Because a lot of guy friends, I
Yeah.
can't be a lot of friends with guys. They all start to like me. It's weird. We be like
Yeah.
chilling and talking.
Yeah,
They
they
they say
do.
something crazy
Yeah.
that makes like
Yeah. I feel like
I want you.
it yeah, what is that?
Hmm.
I think I get along with guys better. Just because I feel
Really?
like, yeah, I'm not like the girly girl. I'm not about to lie to you to make you feel better. How girls will be like, oh, girl, he's just afraid of how he feels. So that's why he ain't calling you. No,
Girl,
he
I don't be
wants
saying
you.
that. I say
But
he's not
some do,
interested. So
right?
move
Like,
on.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I have had one of my friends tell me, like, you're not that approachable. Like, you're very not intimidating. Something she said, but basically like you're unapproachable. Cause like it took us a while to be free. I think people have to get to know me, and I have to warm up. Like I don't do well with strangers.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
either. Like I'm very quiet at first. Like I have to
Yeah,
feel you out and feel comfortable around you in
hmm
order to be
yeah.
myself.
I'm very like I don't know, and I think it's just because I've always been real shy growing up. I wouldn't
Hmm.
talk at all. So when I'm around new people, I got to get comfortable. So I don't know. People don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I don't really, I gotta warm up to you. And people, I've had
Mhm.
people tell me you're unapproachable, and intimidating. They say I'm intimidating,
Yeah.
but they be like, cause you just look mean. Like when you see
Right.
me, I be like, how do I look mean? Like every time I see you, you're not smiling or anything, but
Yeah.
you just look unapproachable. Like I was scared to say something to you. I thought you didn't like me. And I was like,
Hmm.
I like
Yeah.
everybody.
I had people tell me like, "Oh, or say I was stuck up," and I'm like, I am nowhere near stuck up. I get uncomfortable. I don't like people. I barely be comfortable around people I know. I dang sure ain't comfortable with people I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I think it's like when you're quiet and you don't really say much, people automatically
Yeah,
right.
assume something about you. Like,
Hmm.
why aren't you talking? You
Yeah.
know?
But that's
So
different than what Britt be giving off. She's just aggressive. She's nasty. She be ready to attack. Like, I don't think hers is just sitting back. She's
no.
like they said, she already. She just waiting on who can I get?
Who got something to say now?
Right.
yeah, yeah. I think it
I'm
has to
like,
do with how she grew up. Yeah.
Okay, then they talked about Shamia got the phone call from her husband
Yeah.
talking
Again,
about the nanny or the nurse. I think it's a nurse didn't cover the baby up and said like it's freezing in her room and she just put her to bed.
no
But
clothes
he
on
said just threw her
whatsoever.
in there. Did you notice
Yeah.
Cynthia's face when he said that? Like,
Hmm.
not. She thought he actually meant like she threw the baby, but no, she just had her in there with nothing on, and now she was sick and with all of her issues. I'm just like, man, that has to be hard to hear when you're not there. It's like every
Hmm.
time she leaves, the baby
She
gets
is
sick.
Something
sick.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel so bad for her though, but I do like how all the ladies comforted her. And then when they
Yeah.
got inside, they were really there for her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That is one of my fears that I'll go somewhere and then you'll get that call like something happened or, like, and what can you do that far away?
Nothing.
Right.
But fortunately, like her husband is there, her mom was
Yes.
there. So she has people there, that cares
Hmm.
for her. But yeah, that's like an immediate not only fire from whoever that
Oh
caretaker
yeah.
was, but there has to be some type of, disciplinary action against that
Right.
because
And
why are
then
you all bundled up
yeah, because
and
they
then you
said
got
on
my
the after
baby?
show, or was that on there when she said she was bundled up and stuff?
Yeah, she
Her
had her
mom
hat
said
on
that.
like she
Oh
was in the
yeah.
Arctic,
Okay.
and now she ain't got no socks on, no blanket. I'm like,
No
I feel like
PJs.
I feel like that was intentional.
Yeah, it was. Especially with the nurse, if you know her issues, you knew
Multiple
what you were
too. She
doing.
named so many.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
You're right.
that has to be hard.
It has to.
Yeah. But all the
Uh,
girls came together to support her, which was
Yeah,
nice.
they did until
Our favorite. Dun
Brit
dun dun.
with the performance of a century. I don't know what was that. Please, somebody
I
tell me
don't
what was that.
know.
I think
I
she was
was,
just
It
drunk.
was giving such
oh, it
cringe
was
when I
so
was watching
cringe.
it.
I was embarrassed for her. Like, girl, just shut up. This moment ain't about you. I love
It's
you.
Shamia.
I
I love
love you.
you, my bestie.
Oh my god. To look away.
You're my sister. If I say you're my sister, you're my friend. You're my friend.
Oh my
Like, oh
gosh.
my, it don't matter what we're going through. I love you and I have your back, girl. This is about her daughter. What are you doing? Like,
I
did
was
she
just
Still in the
lose her
waiting.
spotlight
mind?
because she likes attention.
You know what it is? Maybe she took Phaedra's advice too far. She was like, okay, I'm really gonna be there for her now. Like,
You want to see friendly? This is friendly.
that was
Oh
scary.
my
That wasn't
gosh,
friendly.
that
That was
was
frightening.
because she was
I
getting
was
all in her face with it too.
I was a little scared because I really thought she was saying all of that and then was gonna be like, "Oh, y'all did this and that." Da, da, da."
Right.
I was so scared that she's gonna turn it
Mhm.
all around and they want to
Yeah.
fight. So I
It
was just
was
hoping the peace stayed.
and it
But
was
it
still
did.
aggressive though. Like,
Yeah.
It was very.
and I was like, girl, okay, thank you. And
And
I'm
I'll
gonna
take
do
a
a
shot.
shot.
And then take her
No.
top off and have her tits all on the counter. I'm
Oh
like,
gosh.
it's giving
That
weird.
was just cringe. I
Weird, weird,
couldn't.
weird.
I can't believe she took her boobs.
And
She
just
had
plopped them
shaking
on
them, and then she got fully naked. And talk about being comfortable doing webcam. I see why. You're just free. You
there.
don't care. The
Right.
cameras are right there.
Yeah.
Like she was drunk. She had to have been drunk. She
Yeah.
had to have been.
I hope.
She ain't no way she's doing that single. I bet her husband seen that and was like, "This is why you can't drink to drink."
Right. This
I
is
know
why
he
you
was
can't go
mad.
nowhere.
Right. I know he had to be mad. You got naked in front of cameras. You're mad that somebody put you out there like that, and you just put yourself out there like that.
Right. That's
Because
my thing.
you're not just amongst the ladies. There's a whole camera crew there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure
Hmm.
men amongst them.
Everything.
So,
I think she's just comfortable though with that. I think that's
Oh, she's definitely comfortable in her own
but I
skin
don't think
yeah.
her husband would like that.
at all.
He don't seem, but I don't know. He might.
She know I
Who
think
knows?
he knows who he married. That doesn't
It,
seem like nothing new. That
and
seems like she's doing that.
that's why he would tell her you can't drink 2 drinks tops because he knows
Yeah.
she gonna mess around and get naked.
Right.
So
Shoot.
Maybe. Ugh, but that was just so cringe.
it
I
was. um, I was disappointed when I seen her take her clothes off. I was like, why did you do that? Why? Why?
yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
dang.
I done been drunk before, but never that drunk. Doing that.
Mm-mm.
Mhm. Well, that brings us to episode 15,
Yes.
and they do a recap of what happened that night,
The rebirth.
the
They went
rebirth.
crazy
The
that night.
rebirth episode.
Yes,
Yes.
They said it was
they was
Housewives Gone Wild.
Housewives gone
twerking and
wild.
everything.
That is a
Yeah,
common theme though with this franchise of Atlanta. Whenever them cameras go down and they're on a girls trip, it gets buck wild, okay?
lit.
Yes.
Phaedra was like, Cynthia may have impregnated me. I may have impregnated Cynthia.
Yeah. I haven't been on that many girls trips. Is this what happens on girls trips? I don't do this. When I go,
I've never been on a girl trip where it's like
Yeah.
multiple women.
hmm, I've been on trips. Yeah, I guess. I've never done this though. With the like when I've been on trips with my girlfriends, I've never done that. Even in college, we didn't do that.
Be twerking on each other.
They was doing like a lot.
They were.
Like I
And
don't be
my
getting naked and rubbing on each other and on the
uh,
floor, and they getting on top of me on the floor. Like,
and my mom watched the episode before me and she told me about they was twerking and all this stuff. And before I watched it, I was like, that was just twerking. Everybody twerk. But then when I watched
right?
it, I was like, oh, okay. That was
Yeah,
more, a little more than just twerking.
yeah. And when you think about all their ages and stuff, I'm like, girl, half of y'all 50 plus. I guess you're never too old to have a good time, though. Hey, do your
Yeah.
thing.
But they said it did bring them all together and bring them closer.
It did. And I'm happy to see them having fun and not fighting.
Me too.
I
Yeah.
think that's good.
We need to see more of
Mhm.
those moments.
Hey,
And then Drew, she's talking to who was she was talking to? Angela?
Angela.
And she was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm the actress, but Britt, she put on a
She gave a
performance.
performance.
Angela was
Mhm.
like, I can't look at you at these moments because your face. I feel
For
like I'd be
real.
that way too. Like, girl.
Yeah, I would have been looking side eye. Like,
I
what is
probably would
going
have said
on?
something like, Britt, this ain't about you. Let's move
You
on from
probably
you.
would have said
Yeah, I probably
something.
would have said, I can't help myself sometimes. I'm working on it. Like, girl, just shut up. Just shut up. So yeah. Maybe I would have been able to just laugh like Ange did and be like, mm.
Yeah. Because they showed her,
Mhm.
they showed her face and she was looking like, she doing too much. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
all in her face, all in her face and everything. So
Right.
I was like, yeah, she did put on a performance that night. She made it believable. For
Mhm.
real. Um, and then yeah, Portia, Cynthia, and Phaedra link up, and even
Yeah.
there they start I even they start talking about Brit there too. I'm like, dang, everybody just throwing shade at Brit.
Hmm.
I was surprised
Right.
that that was a topic of conversation, but
And they kind of talk about her and Kelly too, how they thought
and
they
they
were closer
did.
than that. Like Kelly didn't have her
hmm
back.
Yeah, they're like best
Hmm.
friends. Like they're not.
Right.
They don't seem best friends.
They threw that term around way too early. They should
Yeah.
have gotten to know. I think maybe the longer they're going on and getting to know each other, they're like, oh, maybe we don't like each other that much. I feel like her and Kelly and Shamia have more in common than her and Britt. And I
Yeah.
think it's just naturally like, okay, she's gravitating more towards them now that you're getting to know them more. I
Hmm.
think it's just the natural progression. Like, okay, we were close early, but now I'm seeing like, yeah, maybe we not the same type of chicks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
They're more my speed. I feel like that may be what's happening. Stop
Yeah.
calling somebody your best friend after 2 weeks because you don't know them.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So they were just like, yeah, they're definitely not as close as, they claim to be, which it kind
Hmm.
of seemed so. But, her and Kelly, Brett and Kelly do sit down and talk.
Yes.
So their conversation, kind of leads to why really they seem to be beefing. And you think it
Hmm.
was having something to do with the donations, but no. Brett's like, why don't you go ahead and tell them what your real problem is with me? I was like, oh snap. And I guess
Right.
Angela or Brett set up a meeting with Kelly's people, her makeup artist and everybody.
Yes.
And
The
then
whole
Kelly went
glam
and told
squad,
them, her whole glam
Yes.
squad. Who does that though? I mean, I guess,
Well,
which is weird. To
in
do it,
her defense, I'm on Brit's side with this again, and that's a shock. I'm on her side because in her defense, Kelly did say, I'm gonna loan you my stylist. My girl can't be out here without a stylist.
she
but
Use
that
my
did.
was on the trip though,
but
when the
then
stylist was there.
use my glam squad. So don't offer this stuff up if you don't want me to use it.
Yeah.
That she should have been like, hey, I'm gonna let you use them this time until you can get your own team. But
I
she never
think
said that.
I think it was Brett just like going behind her back and having a whole meeting with them without Kelly knowing about it.
But
Because
she's
that
been using them, so why not?
I feel like she used them that time when they went up to Nashville.
No, she
And
had
the
been using
stylist.
them ever since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said on the after show that she been using them. And I guess what happened was Kelly started getting a little jealous, like, oh, they're spending too much time on her hair, too much time on her makeup. I guess more than her. So she started
Mhm.
getting a little upset. And she was like, well, her videos look better than mine. And like when Britt would post, Kelly would kind of get upset, like if she would post her stuff, because it's like her stuff would look better than Kelly's. And so then she said Kelly went and
This is
told
hilarious.
the squad came to Britt and was like, look, Kelly told us we can't work with you no more. We got to pick. So she said we
What?
can't, yes. And so they were like, look, I know y'all are close. Y'all need to have a conversation. So she said the team sat them down and was like, look, y'all need to figure it out.
There he is. Come on now. What is the matter? You want to have this conversation with us? Okay.
But she said that they told them like y'all have to figure it out because we ain't gonna keep going in between y'all. So the team sat them down and was like, "Look,
I want
come
the
on."
cheesy popcorn. Now you're making a bowl. I'll make you some in just a second, okay? Yeah, he just rolled his eyes at me.
These kids, I tell you. But yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I feel like maybe she could have communicated to her like, "I'm gonna let you use them this time, but then find your own team." You know. But I'm like, a video, who travels with a videographer? What do you need that for?
Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
TikTok,
Instagram.
That's
Facebook,
too
Snapchat.
much.
It's crazy how when I see people how they do it, like they literally go somewhere, get dressed up, and they be like, "I'm gonna do this," and you take a video. They'll do it and walk up a sidewalk, take the video, and they're done. And I'm like,
Right.
"That's it? Like
Too
just that
much.
moment?" I guess. I guess I couldn't. I couldn't do it.
But yeah, maybe in two, I guess, because you do spend a lot of time with them. So maybe you might be like, look, I don't want you working on both of us. You're my team.
I'm
So,
like, if she's paying, who are you to get
right,
money taken up from their pockets? Like, if she's paying, then they can
right.
do whatever they
Uh,
want.
I
Yeah,
feel like
But
it was a lot of jealousy for Kelly
right.
to say
And I
something
feel
like
like
that.
Kelly could have just had a conversation with her. Why are you going to the team giving them an ultimatum? Just say, hey, it's time for you to get your own team. Like, I don't like you using
But
mine.
but why can't she use hers?
That's my point. She easily, if she didn't offer them, she could have just hired them herself on her own. They're out in the industry. A lot of people
Right.
use the same makeup artist, the same
hmm
hairstylist.
you're on
I
the
don't
same
know.
show.
I just
Like,
thought that was pet. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe Kelly started to see like she's not the kind of chick I want to really be friends with. So maybe that was it. And then it's like, okay, if y'all we keep using the same team, we're gonna have to keep being around each other. I think that's what it is. I think she just got tired of Brit. I think she realized after about 6 months of them filming that she's not the energy I want around me.
I think she just realizes too that like Brisha's gonna like keep taking and taking and taking everything that she puts
Mm.
brings to the table. She's gonna want
Yeah,
a piece
she
of.
will. Because she did. She was like,
So
what you want, my gynecologist next?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
girl, well,
she
if you
did.
offer and say I got the best one in town, use it. Of course,
Why
what I'm gonna
not?
say? No.
Are they a good gynecologist?
Right.
Like, pretty
I
sure
don't
there's
know.
other patients besides
Exactly.
you.
You're not the only patient. That
It's
seems kind
just
of petty.
petty, yes. Petty and
Yeah.
jealousy.
But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like, do you need all of that? I could travel. I don't go with a glam squad. Like, you should be able to do your own hair, throw a little something on, if you need it.
Well,
I don't
these are not regular women. They're not just like living regular lives
know. Yeah. Well, they were. You're
before TV.
right. Yeah.
I don't know. Did she have a glam squad before TV?
No. Britt didn't. That's why Kelly offered hers because she was like, you
hmm
need this.
Did Kelly have one
Yeah.
before the show?
I don't know. Maybe she hired it when she knew she was gonna get on the show. I know she had a
Hmm.
stylist. She said she'd been working with his name was Paris, right?
I
She
think his
said
name was
they've been
Paris.
working together for years.
He
Yeah,
seemed
I
cool
can
too.
understand a stylist.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put outfits together.
Yeah, I don't either. But still, I feel like you can figure it out. Do you need all of that?
My mommy. Not really. So your favorite place is in your mommy's arms?
Oh,
Okay.
that's so
Oh,
sweet.
it is.
That's sweet.
Oh, he's gonna be gaming the ladies when he get older.
Right. Right. That's a line right
Hey,
there.
don't mention it, man. Only here, only here. Oh, you want to hear? You want to say hi? Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
You
What you
remember
guys doing?
talking
talking.
about a show? You remember us?
Yes.
Yes. You're gonna have to come visit.
Okay. I didn't hear nothing. So I'm saying. Okay. You go in there for a little bit and I'll get you popcorn. Oops, sorry. You okay?
Oh no, not again. I you just got over it.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. Jeez.
mommy's big old baby.
Mhm.
Oh.
Be saying I'm be cuddling with you when I'm big too. I'm like,
Oh
what?
gosh.
That would
What
not
does
be
the boy
appropriate.
say? That's what the boys say.
Yeah, the boys are like that.
Yeah, they're so clingy.
Women cuddle
Mhm.
everybody, even me getting on Shay. I'm like, no, man,
Oh.
you know you desperate when you go get on Shay.
You are not a
Mhm.
baby.
Hmm.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. And then what happened next?
The poolside.
Kelly, yeah, poolside, and Kelly and Shamia show up looking like twins. Like Britt gonna be mad when she see this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
They
yeah.
matching swimsuit.
Yep,
What about that hat that Portia had? Did y'all like that? That
I
thing was
did
so
it.
ugly.
It
No, you couldn't
was.
even. You can't see your face
Right.
or nothing. It's just straw.
When she pulled
It's a
that out,
straw
talking about, "Ooh, I'm
body.
gonna do a photo shoot." Y'all ain't ready. I was like, "Girl, that thing is so ugly."
It was. And then to be
Oh,
like,
I
I
don't
got a
know. I'd
surprise
have to
for
see how the.
you.
But Shamia liked it though.
She
Yeah,
did.
and I thought that was nice of her being supportive. Like, I'm gonna let you have my photo shoot that I was gonna do. I
Mm-hmm.
like
You can
seeing
go in
her.
the living room with me. Hmm? Come in the living room. Okay, I'll be there in just a second. Okay. Okay.
You spoiled tail.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
He make me
I
want to go
thought
get
that was
Bashan and just hold him.
right. Oh,
Thought that was nice for to give her
yeah, I thought
that.
that was nice. And I
Yeah,
liked
I
seeing
did too.
that, seeing their friendship. Like, okay, this is why y'all were
Hmm.
friends. And then
Yeah.
they called it, what did they call it? Atlanta? Scamlanta? What, you gotta watch your back around there
I wouldn't be surprised.
with the
Hmm.
Wouldn't be
men?
surprised.
Bro. Scamlanta. I was like, oh no.
Hmm.
For real.
Mm.
And then that one guy walked up, the one that helped them set up the whole trip.
Right.
And
Yeah.
here go
What you
Now
Fatty
think about
him,
Girl.
him?
now him, I thought he was kind of fine.
Yeah, he was cute. Even though he just
Yeah.
had his glasses on, you can tell he was
I
still
was gonna say
handsome.
he was fine with the glasses.
Hmm.
I don't know if he took them off. It looked
It
like it
looked
could
like
go
he was
either
cute.
way. Like what
So
they
But they was
say.
all on him too.
hmm Like
Kelly
they
what
was
they
like, I
were.
got
say. When
this.
they wear the hat, they call that hat fishing. When
Hmm.
they take it off and then they be like busted. So what is it with the glasses?
What is it? I was just
Uh,
gonna say the same thing.
Some
It's just like when you wear the hat,
shade fishing.
hmm
tricking people like that.
Right. Take them off. You could be like this. Like, oh, oh, put those back on.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
Eyes
I was
looking
like,
every other way.
yeah. Like,
It's
okay. But I did.
hilarious.
I was like, okay, now he's cute. That's somebody y'all should be trying to get with.
And they was
Mhm.
all hugging him like he had enough
Right.
hugs
hmm
with
Especially
Skinny
Phaedra. She's
Girl.
like,
Right.
mm.
They be acting like they never saw a man. They be drooling. Like, y'all never
Right?
saw a man before.
They do. Like they
They
don't have men in their
do.
lives. No,
Well,
But
just you're
Phaedra,
well,
cute.
Stephanie, would you act like that being a single woman with your single friends? I think so. If I was single with my friends who were single, we'd probably be
you
cutting up.
think?
Probably.
No.
Probably. Like if we was on vacation, we
I
saw
would
it was
not
just
act like
one.
that.
If it was just one single man and he was fine,
You would
we'd
not
be
act
like,
like
"Oh,
that.
you fine." Yeah.
You would
I
not.
can
I
see
be trying to
it.
get her to at least say hello. Like you be like, they gotta come to me. You would not do that.
I
I'm
said
like,
on
with
vacation.
with some encouragement. It was for some other ladies. The other ladies are, about it too.
you're right.
She might.
I'd be like that.
Like, oh, he ball legs.
Right, he bow leg too. But he does kind of look like Phaedra's ex to me. Have y'all seen her ex, Apollo?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
think they kind of looked
Mhm.
alike a little bit. So I'm like, that's why you think he's so fine.
that's your type.
That's your type, right?
Mhm.
For real.
hmm
Miss Phaedra do not play. She want her a man.
I
She'll
mean,
like her door just be open, closed, rotating. She be rotating
right.
these men. Chill.
Girl, calm down.
I
They ain't
know.
going, men ain't going nowhere. They're like, that's the last one on earth.
Mhm. And she ain't got none in a long time or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, she be in the streets too. She talking about Brit. I heard she be in them
Oh,
streets.
she sure do. I can
Allegedly.
tell. She do. The way she act when a man come
All
around.
right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
She do.
You can tell she be out there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Then they get ready for jab jab.
Hmm.
I'm not wearing my Chanel boots to no jab jab getting oil all over them. They talking about something. It's gonna be ruined after that. You ain't gonna be able to wear them no more. Ain't no way.
All right.
Hmm
I would do that. I think that would be fun.
I would do jab jab. That look fun.
Hmm.
And I was wondering if, because they were saying jab jab is usually like starts in the morning, and it seems like it was just like, the
Hmm.
daytime.
Special for them.
Mhm.
But so they had it open at night for them,
I think
Yeah.
so. Ain't that what
That's what they
Shamia
extended
said.
said?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that was
I would have
nice.
rather went in the daytime, like at night. Well, maybe it was just a select. Maybe they vetted those people.
Maybe. And it
'Cause
was
I'm like,
on the truck.
yeah, they did end up getting on the truck. But
Hmm
I'm like, I love some Caribbean vibes, so bring it on. I would have been out there.
Doing
That
what they were
definitely
doing
spoke to
because they
night.
was just letting the man just grind on
No,
them.
no, that I'm a married woman. I can't be doing that.
I think I seen Britt out there laid up and having
Oh
a
yeah,
man
no,
grind on
Britt
her.
Brett
was.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
he was
I
having
I,
saw
her a good old
Cynthia.
time. Yeah,
I said, oh.
Cynthia tried, poor thing. She's so stiff. She tried. Portia was getting down. I was like,
Hmm
dang, I
Asia
wish I
was
could do
too.
that. I ain't got enough to do that. I was like, dang,
There you
Portia was
go.
I
wilding.
work what I got, but I ain't got that much.
You're hilarious.
But yeah, that would be fun. What do y'all think? Because me
hmm
and my husband had this conversation about married women. Like, if I went out to the club tomorrow with some of my girlfriends, I would not mind. Like, I could dance with somebody and it just be that. Like, we could have a dance and I'm moving on. But he's like, no, I don't think married people should dance with people. I told him if he went to the club with his guy friends, I don't care if you dance with no chick, as long as it stays at a dance. Uh,
Right.
You
It's
can't
just
dance
a
with people
dance.
nowadays.
right.
I don't think that's appropriate.
You don't?
Because no, because nowadays dancing you twerking and you shaking your butt on somebody's stuff. Like you doing
That's
all
true.
that. So no, you
I
can't have
don't
no girl
mind
shaking
that.
and doing that. No,
I
not
don't
me. I
mind
ain't
it
with
as long
that.
as it stays
You
there.
ain't having sex. It's just dancing.
How are you
But
dating?
see, the thing is though, with them, then they want to be all on their neck and I'm like, no, don't be breathing on no hoes' necks. I'll be like, oh, let me get your number. See, if you can't control yourself, don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
it.
I
have
Like, how
to
know,
much
though.
self control do you
right?
have?
Because
Because
they
the person
be
you're dancing with, if they want to take it to another level, are you gonna
right,
shut it
Hmm.
down?
right. But
Well,
yeah, I
my man's
mean,
gonna tell me no too though. No,
well,
he would not.
yeah.
He
I
would
feel
not. He
like
would
I
not.
can dance and move on. I don't want you. I ain't think about you. But I like to dance. I want to
Actually,
go out and have fun.
I couldn't though. Every
Mhm.
time I try to do anything with another man, it's always getting flirty and flirtatious, and I want to. You single? I'm like no.
Right.
So
They
it's
gotta know,
hard.
like,
Yeah, like if I was single, of course, but being in a relationship, I think there's boundaries, and you just gotta know. I think
hmm
we look too good for us to be out there trying to dance with just a random man. He gonna definitely trying to holler right after.
and you let
So,
them know, like, I'm taken.
Nah,
No
yeah.
but you just
thanks.
grind your butt all up on my stuff, and now I'm all.
Well,
You
yeah,
got
I
me
guess
all
you
worked
can't.
up.
That's true. That's true. I guess you gotta know if you're married, don't get too close. Just dance like a little
Yeah,
two step.
like you in church, like
Two
some church
step.
hugs, the
Right.
little church dance.
Yeah. Yeah. But he'd be like, no, that is inappropriate. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
dance with nobody. You shouldn't be dancing with nobody. I'm like, boy,
Come
bye.
here.
Mhm.
That's how they are though. They like they woman to themselves. Like you
Yeah.
mine, then you don't only touch me only, and that's it.
I like the idea of jab jab though. Like how black people we can always take something and flip it around.
Hmm.
Like you thought you was gonna press us with this. Okay, well look, we gonna take it. and make it our own.
Right.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Me too.
We know how to do that. That's one thing we gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Have fun. Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they ended the trip, so they all had breakfast together. I think
Yes.
that was a good, no drama.
Mm-mm. It
No.
was a good trip.
It
Mhm.
was
I feel like,
overall.
yeah, they connected and
Mhm.
nobody was arguing like that, getting into fight.
Oh, they talked about stuff, they got over it, and they had
Mm-hmm.
fun together.
I wonder if they had to pay extra because all that black on the pillows and the sheets. I was
Right.
like, dang.
That's
Yeah,
what I
they
said.
got
I
to
said
pay
they
for
didn't have
that.
to shower before they went and got in the
And
bed.
then,
Well, speaking of that, they said they did shower, but I guess Brent's the only one that knew how to get it off.
hmm
Remember, she said she bathed Phaedra, told her to bend over and spread it.
What?
yep.
Yeah, you didn't hear her say that? She was like,
Uh-uh.
"Oh yeah, I
Yep.
got Phaedra good. I had her on." Like,
Phaedra said
okay,
she seen
girl.
every part of me.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We
She said
friends, but I
Dawn
ain't
soap.
showering with you. And I definitely ain't gonna let you scrub me down. What? That is weird.
Yeah, it's almost spread them. What?
Yeah. Bend over, spread it. No, thank you.
Right. Dawn soap is where it's at.
Yeah. Keep it
If
going.
seems to unclog sinks, take off oil,
Right.
everything.
It seems a bit abrasive on your skin.
I know.
It
Yeah.
does, right?
Like, if I gotta just wait and shower a few times, I ain't using no Dawn. Just I'll wait till it comes off.
Yeah.
I think it was good though. Overall, I feel like they had a good trip.
Yeah.
And then uh Kelly threw her crystal in the ocean and they gave that little sneak peek of what's to come. And it seemed like that Zen did not last long.
Not
Mm-mm.
at all.
Oh, why?
Yep. A lot more tea. Getting
Yeah,
steaming hot.
it
Mhm.
is.
So we are here for it. We will be breaking it down really soon. But that
Yeah.
was Three Moms Breaking Down, episodes 14 and 15 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16. Stay tuned.
Yeah.